Hey everybody, welcome back to Women Carry Knives. On the table in front of us, we are taking a look at the Artisan Mini Centauri. This is a gorgeous knife. I sound like Captain Kirk. Before I forget, you guys, if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. I'd love to have you here all the time. Don't forget on your way out to hit that like button. It does help the channel. And let's get more into this one. What are you getting with this one? You are just getting some goodness. You are getting an S35 VN drop point blade. Absolutely beautiful. What I love about this, and I don't know that this lighting is going to do it justice, but you have this beautiful black and orange G10 handles. Let's see, I'm going to actually stand up so I can see this a little bit better. Look at the lines in that. Now, on this lighting, I think it looks a little more brown than, oh, hi, kitty. Hi, kitty. Bye, kitty. It does look a little more brown than it does orange, but I love the lines. I love the way that it's done. I do apologize for the hoarse voice. I've been doing some videos, so I am losing my voice a little bit. But you guys, this is a small knife, okay? We're not even going to talk about it. It is a front flipper. I have been absolutely terrible at my front flippers lately, but this one, I just love it. So if we want to do, let's start off with a couple size comparisons, and I think the cat's just going to sit there. Let's take a look at it next to the Rat 2. So as you know, I consider the Rat 2 to be a medium-sized knife. I would actually, for some of you with larger hands, I know that you would consider this to be a small knife. I would have to put it in the small medium category. I really would. I'm absolutely loving that. Let's take a look at it next to the Bug Out. As you can see, the Bug Out is definitely a medium small knife, but more on the medium size. That's why I would call this one kind of a medium, because it's really a cross between the small and the medium. And one more. Let's take a look at it next to the Rat 1. This is definitely a large knife. This is borderline small, but more on the medium size, and the cat is staring at it, which is absolutely cracking me up right now. So, as I said, more of a medium size. Now, some of the specs on this little puppy here. All right, we are looking at just under, just over a 2 3/4 inch blade. So we're going to call it 2.8, somewhere around there. And you're going to get a full 2 3/4 inch cutting edge on this one. Now, to get a handle length, we're looking at just under, hi kitty cat, let's go over here. Your handle length is going to be just under 4 inches, which is going to give you a total overall. And see, that time I flicked it. It's going to give you a total overall of just under 7 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not quite 7. Almost there, not quite 7. I did not get a weight on this, so we are going to go ahead and weigh this one. But going backwards a little bit, you guys, I love the kind of blurple pivot collar on this side. And this side, and the clip. I love that. And it does have a nice low clip on it. For those of you that love your lanyards, you do have an area here for your lanyards. You have the G10 back spacer also, which kind of, I don't think that's going to pick it up, but that also has the black orange in there. It's really cool. It's a very unique design. I really do like it. I think the blue gives it a pop of color. You do have a jimping on the back of the spine. Now, on a smaller knife, I do think that's important because you're not necessarily going to be able to get a good grip without it. The G10 is fairly smooth, but when you have the fuller running down the middle, that does tend to help out a little bit with your grip. I always go over the hot points with the pocket clip. I'm not feeling it on this one. Now, the corners are not rounded anywhere on these scales. So, can it be a little bit, over time, kind of get to you a little bit? It could. It definitely could. But I don't see this knife being a smaller one as something you're going to really smaller knives you don't tend to use kind of more as a hard use. Now, somebody asked me what I considered hard use. Okay, I don't hard use my knives. Hard use. I tend to do things like cardboard, or sometimes at work I'm stripping wire or cutting rope. I'm opening cardboard boxes, packages. I may use it in the kitchen with different types of food. If somebody's going to do hard use, I'm thinking more like they're going to be, maybe cutting materials that are much harder than that. Maybe they're cutting some pipe at work, or, and I'm not talking PVC, I'm talking like plastic pipe. Pipe fittings, whatever, something like that. You're in the field, you might actually be cutting wire with it. Will it cut through wire? That I don't know. I've never tried. I've only used them to strip wire at work. So harder use, definitely things that take a little more force. That is something that is more dense. So that is what I consider more of a harder use. I also don't pry with my knives. I use a pry bar for that. So that would be something that's definitely considered hard use. All right, let's get a weight on this one. So if we are looking at, let's start out with ounces. If we're looking at ounces, we are talking 2.7 ounces. So it is a very light knife. And again, it is a smaller knife. So that is why you're going to have that. If you're looking at grams, you are looking at 76 grams. So for the size, that's a pretty good weight to it. As I said, the feel in hand is really good. I love that you don't have a completely flat tip. So as you are cutting, you're definitely going to be able to get a good angle to it, for lack of better wording. You're going to be able to angle up a little bit. As I said, you can use this for just about anything as far as cutting wise. It does work in the kitchen very well too, which I think is wonderful. I'm not a lanyard person, but if you are into, smaller knives with a lanyard, you need one, I think that would be an absolutely good one. Pardon my nails, you guys. I've lost 2 and have not actually had the chance to get them done. But once I am better, I will definitely do it. It is very, very smooth, as I said. So I do love that. See, I am able to flick this one. Why? Because it's smaller. So the larger the knife, usually the harder time I have, because I cannot get my hands in the correct way. Now, as I said, the ceramic bearings that it's running on do make this very smooth. It's got a good lockup on it. I do like that. Nice lock on it. Oh, failed the flip there. You're looking at about... we're going to call it 35, maybe 40% on that, which is not bad at all. You guys, I'm in love with this knife. I love the looks of it. I love how it rides in the pocket. It's super comfortable. It's very fun. Of course, it's a Ray Laconico design, so, you can't go wrong with that. You can't go wrong with the Ray Laconico design. And I had to flip it that time, as you saw. But this has been a fun knife. It's been a good knife. It's, as I said, it feels phenomenal in hand. You can choke up on it more, even though you don't have the jimping. You are able to choke up on it more. You can hold it back further in your hand. I talk about the measurements. I'm 3 inches across, 4 inches diagonally. So as you can see, if I'm holding it here, of course, you're holding it towards the front, but not at the blade. So you are going to be just short of that 4 inches in my hand. But it feels very comfortable. I really haven't had any problems using it. You can actually hold it this way. And it has been very great for, chopping and whatnot. Yeah, I'm really happy with this one. I was absolutely excited to be able to get my hands on it. And I hope you guys can actually check one out too. Now, these do run for $109.95, which is not a bad price for what you're getting. I did not check the centering on this blade. Yeah, that's actually great. And, that's straight from the box. So you can't go wrong with that. All right, you guys, this has been the Artisan Mini Centauri. Absolutely fabulous knife. One you definitely want to get in your hand to feel. And I kind of always suggest that, get one in your hand to see what it's going to feel like. Because no matter what anybody says, until you get one in your hand, you don't know how it's going to feel. It could look great. It could be the exact design you want, but there could be one small thing to that specific knife that you saw the review on that could change everything once it's in your hand. So definitely try to do that. All right. Don't forget to leave me a comment down in the comment section or any questions you might have. I love talking to you guys. Once again, don't forget to hit that like button. Would love to have you hit that subscribe button and have you here all the time. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next time.